Thank you guys. But you know what I mean? Like, I didn't have a whole lot of threads of success. I walked dogs, but nothing really significant. So everything about Primerica intimidated me. The only thing I did fast was pass the tests. I'd been a student my whole life. I passed all of them very quickly, no problem. Otherwise, struggled with everything. I remember I just could not get both of the spouses on a KTA. I just remember spending all my gas. I'm driving to Manassas, right? And then you get there and you're like, so where's your husband? Oh, he's not here. And you're like, I just remember saying to myself one day, like, look, we ain't gonna do this no more. You know what I mean? And at every level, that's what it was. It was simply anger. I'm just not gonna accept making less than $1,000 a month anymore. Come on. I'm tired of riding the roller coaster. I'm tired of my upline yelling at me. So I'm gonna get it done. Can you identify? Nothing for us has been easy, but we've just done it anyway. One of which is this weekend. A lot of you guys know I have a daughter. She's 4 tomorrow, and I have yet to spend a birthday with her, except for pushing her out. And why did we do that? Because he needed to, sorry guys, he needed to be on this mountain with our team. So I did everything. Our due date was December 7th. That obviously wouldn't have worked for us. So I did everything in my power to get that baby out. She was born December 3rd. And so for the last 4 years since, we've been here. It's not a question, guys. We're just not done yet. I don't know what I'm going to hear from Larry Weidel that might set me off. I don't know what these great leaders are going to say. I don't get to hear the Walkers every day. I don't see the Buissons regularly. So I got to be here too. So for all of you who made a sacrifice, put in the investment and now back it up with work. You won't regret it, okay? So before I take all this time, I'm gonna bring up my husband, you guys. When we met, we had no experience. We met at the bottom, we met at zero. I had a little bit of experience, but still $0, if you know what I mean. And I've watched him at every level overcome his fears and master this business, master people. And that is not easy, mastering people. And I have seen him do it again and again and again. And now look at the successful leaders he has developed here. So please give it up for my husband, Senior National Sales Director,
All right, how's it doing? Now, is it me or she said I master people and I master the sex? I just want to know if anyone was looking. Yeah, it wasn't just me, was it? Okay, just want to know.
Come on, man.
But one more time, let's give a big round of applause for Jamina Brutus. Listen. I said, Keystone is always priceless, right? I mean, we come here, I'm sending videos to my dad. My dad's telling me, Olivia, just looking at the pictures, I'm cool. Just don't send anymore. I'm like, I have videos, like, keep them. I'm good. But it's insane as you think about the reality, because you gotta constantly remind yourself of what we may take for granted. The fact that we're in an environment with leaders of that caliber. We're watching Larry come here just 20 minutes. He show us art. The thing is, I was third grade and I failed my art class because I was supposed to write do an apple, and I had 3 out of 10. I failed an apple. So art was never my thing, right? So I was talking to Bobby last night about art as well. I'm like, it's not even my language. But the reality is the fact that you're around people of that caliber, right? Some of you guys here, we have rappers that you love. These guys are wealthier than these rappers. And then you just pass by them as if they're nobody, but we go make sure we're on Instagram, make sure we're keeping up with the lives of the whoever, It's crazy what we have around us. Andy, the heart that this guy has. Miss Peggy and I will talk about it, Mary, Laura, all the guys, Darla, Trish. It's just insane. And pray you never, ever, ever, ever take this for granted. And my biggest prayer, I'm serious, is that we won't realize what we had when it's gone. That's right. Because stuff like that doesn't exist. That people go above and beyond beyond after they won, like we spoke about Andrea yesterday, to make sure that you can win. So again, let's give a big round of applause to all these leaders, Ignite Class. Thank you so much for all you guys do. I really need it. Thank you so much. So, you can do this.
You can do it.
Let's
I really gotta start doing that.
You mentioned, you know, Domino's Pizza, came from Haiti, 2004. My parents were in office, my sister and I had a pizza. Went to high school, West Palm Beach. Did 1 year high school, went to Mercer University. I was watching ESPN this morning getting ready. I'm hearing them say, go Mercer. They were hoping Mercer upset somebody. I'm like, I've never heard that in my life. You know, around Mercer. Mercer has never been rooted for nothing. Right, so I went to Mercer University, and then met Primerica in 2008. Now, I blew my ACL playing soccer, right? Mm-hmm. So after I blew my ACL, oh Lord have mercy. Not my pelvis, my ACL. So I got hurt, and literally a year later, my dad gives me a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. Now I hate reading. Now, I don't know if hate is a strong word. They say it's a strong word. Well, I really hated reading. I hope that's strong enough, right? But when I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, the introduction, it said, does school prepare children for the real world? I'm like, what? So I'm from Haiti. Most of the countries that didn't go to school are not reading. So of course education is the way to go, Eve. Like, what do you mean? So I'm reading it, and as I'm going through, I'm realizing that the lady that co-wrote the book, Sharon Lexter Patrick, she is a CPA. And I'm going to school for accounting. So she is what I'm hoping to become, and she's telling me school's not the way to go. And my dad gave me the book, and I'm in the US because my dad sacrificed with my mom to make sure we have a better future. You want to talk about confusion? Yeah. But I don't think there was confusion. I think it was pretty clear what had to happen. Exactly a year later, I met Primerica. Rocked my normal, right? Because at that point I realized we all want to have a certain life. We all want to win big. We all want to be somebody special. We all want to be somebody to the people we love, to our community. We want to make things better. We all, I don't know, some of us, I think, we get to a point where we allow people to kill us. You know, it's like, you see, most of us are flowers, and you have the birds that come and suck the sugar out of you, and you let the birds take all the sugar out of you, so now you're like this flower with no fruits, and you're dead. But it's not that inside you don't have a dream. Nobody says, I want to lose all my life. Like, if I could have a choice, winning or losing, you know why I choose losing? No, the reality is you don't want to look bad. You don't want to embarrass yourself, but before you're great, you're going to have to be good. Before you're good, you're going to have to be average. And before you're average, you're going to have to try. And before you try, you're going to embarrass yourself. You're probably going to trip on the stage. Hopefully not today, but you get my point, right? It's like, crap is going to happen. I don't care who you are. We all have the stories of how bad it was. But at the same time, no matter how bad it is, I've tried to rip every steering wheel out of a car after an appointment that I got embarrassed. So I know they can come off. I've tried, right? But the one thing you know deep inside is you want to be somebody.
That's right.
Right? You know you want to win. You want to make an impact. But when you decide that you want to make an impact, you got to get those birds out of your way. So as we wanted to win, I remember my aunt told me, Olivia, but you say you want to do this for your dad. What if he dies before you make it? We didn't speak for 3 years. And then sometimes you guys allow these people another shot and another shot and another. Right. Why? Go win. Go win. You might have to write a check one day, but for right now, no. But my parents, when they went to work in the morning, so I'm sure my sister and I, don't go, please, mommy. But today I'm happy I didn't listen. Well, hopefully your friends and family members say the same about you. Jamina's family didn't want her to leave DC when she packed a Civic, a two-door Civic. At some point, you're gonna have to be somebody. My parents, they had a plan for us to go to get a master's degree. The minute I met Primerica, it was done. It was over, because it made sense. What do you want me to do? Nobody that has a job has the life I want. Nobody. Why are we panicking around it? That's why you think you can't. Because you're putting so many hours, right? You're putting so much of yourself into something that gives you no return. So now you start doubting you. You're not the problem. You're just in something that was never meant to give those results. That's the problem. So now when you come and plug into an environment like this, like Ed and I were talking about this yesterday, I know what this environment did for me. What Andrea decided to do by having us plug in to get big or go home, we were RVPs on $120,000 in income, right, in 2017. Just regular RVPs. And then we decided to embrace the repetition, embrace the ugly, right? But I don't think it makes sense. If it made sense, we'd all be at your level. It's not supposed to make sense.
All right.
You think it makes sense to me what Bobby's saying? No! How could it make sense? How can it make sense if I donated $680,000 last year to charity? What? Some of us are trying to make $600,000. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get to my ring charity, you know, maybe get a $6,000. You guys get my point? It's not supposed to make sense, but it's what you're supposed to do. Do your part. And what's your part? Get your 3. Right? Like, it doesn't matter how big you are, how small you are, average you are, it's the same situation. Larry just spoke about it. Messi came to America, everybody shared with him. Can I do this? Whether he could or could not. You know one thing he did, he recruited. He got Sergio Busquets, right? He got Jordi Alba, but now he just got another guy, Suarez, that played with him at Barcelona to come with him. Why? Recruiting is the way to go. It's not a Primerica thing. Unfortunately, where we come from, we think it's whatever they tell you. But who's they? The people that have never built something. Come on. Right. So the doubt that you have constantly is because you're not having these leaders in your ears with the CDs, the audios, the SoundClouds, the books. Don't just read a book you feel like reading. Ask a mentor what you should read. Don't be like the car that just goes to the mechanic and say, "Can you change my steering wheel?" "Oh, your brakes don't work." "I know, but I want to change the steering wheel." Read something that's like your people skills suck, but you're reading about money. You need to learn about people skills, right? You need to know what you're bad at. Like we all, like Jamina told you, I was eating in my car. At some point I had to realize, how are you going to build relationships? But the most precious time to build relationships, you lock the door and you walk across the parking lot. But I want to break from them sometime. Well, so does the other rides. They'll take a break from you. So it's not that you're bad. You're not bad. There are just small tweaks that need to happen. You need to make small changes. And the more you show up here, right, Lydell spoke about snoozing what you need to do. Right? You get told what you need to do, snooze. I'll do at the next Keystone. I'll do at the next event. I'll do at the next, is there a next event? Every event needs to be the last. The last event we'll ever have is in January. But if you're about the next one, I don't know. Crap happens. You might not be going, we sell life insurance, it's not just clients that die. If what we do is so impactful, will it exist long after we're gone? See, what you do is important, but you gotta build a squad. You gotta have a team. So with a team, you can do great things. Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Art Williams, Andy Young, all the legends, Wydell. Without a team, there's nothing. That's why Bobby makes the jokes, and I love it when he goes, single-handedly did everything, right? Andrea does this. How can we blow up the team? Brutus, what do you think we can do? Team. Bro, it's always about that. So the biggest myth, I think in my humble opinion, is that some of us here are thinking one or two things, which are both wrong. I can do this by myself, I got this.
No.
Or I'm so bad I can do this.
No.
Both are wrong.
Yep.
The fact that you think you're good enough, you literally recruit people to sell and get rid of them and go find another person, rape their market again, sell again, and make money because you don't need people. They're never good enough, as if you forget your beginning. They're never good enough. They're too lazy, like you weren't. They're too stubborn, like you're not. Right? They're too uncoachable, like you are. Right? All of us. So there's that side, but then there's the other side about if you don't know me. You don't get it, I'm bad. What I mean I'm bad, Olivia, I'm bad. I mean bad looks good, look good, Olivia, I'm bad. Yeah, but with a team, you won't even matter. You don't even know half the owners of any NFL and NBA team.
That's right.
Most of them, you don't even know if they ever played the sport. The owner of St. Jude Hospital was a comedian. Doesn't even know anything about biology. It has absolutely nothing to do with how good or how bad you are. What it has to do is with the team you don't have yet. It has to do with the size, how big your squad can become. We see this thing about 1,000 RVPs. We're players, we're teammates. What's our job? Our job is to promote them out, because this company is, the future of this company is only as impactful as the amount of owners we'll have. They say America, the future of America will only be profitable as the amount of small business owners it will have. Well, the beautiful thing in this company is that you can create small business owners to create small business owners to create small business owners, and the more they make, the more you make. Everywhere else, they don't want you to be a business owner. I don't care who you're working with. In the back of their mind, if you leave, they lose. But here, they want you to win. They're pushing you. They're doing all sorts of gimmicks and, hey, can we do this, can we do that to make you win this contest, this, that. Let's stop being ungrateful for what we have and really become grateful, because gratefulness is the beginning of abundance. We may not have abundance because of our lack of gratefulness. Yes, you in the CEO, you can do it. Yes, you can. I dare you to recruit 100 people and tell me if you still have low self-esteem. Whether you feel good about yourself or not, you see the districts come up. You see the people that want to go RVP. It has nothing to do with how good you are, how good you're not. It has to do with the team you don't have yet. So we just need to get bigger. We need more people, and that's what we've had here. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate y'all.